Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm really excited. Today we got some more coins from the Happy Coin to do a guess the grade reveal on, and I looked through the backs of the coins just to see what they were. It's a lot of quarters today, but I'll just try to show you here without looking myself. It's not really working that well. Anyways, that's a barber quarter and it's in really nice condition. So just kind of, we'll see what happens. But I think that there's a good amount of quarters kind of spanning the range from everything from like bicentennial ones to some really nice looking barber stuff. So we'll get right into it. I'll show off the coin, give you a little bit of time to see if you can't figure out what the grade is yourself, and then flip it over and we'll do some commentary. We'll see how good of a grader I am, and we'll maybe work on your grading skills as well. And here we have it. We're going to start out on these quarters with this coin, and I realized that there was actually something saying the grade here, so I have seen the grade on this one. In the future, I'll make sure not to look, but I'll just kind of give you a little bit of a look at this coin. I mean, it is gorgeous. I always really like uncirculated barber coinage, and it's quite expensive in general, but that is a really nice looking coin. And I think, if I saw it correctly, it is a PCGS MS65 CAC. So it's a strong 65 candidate, and that's a good start to this. I was just kind of like looking at really good looking coins, and I think that was a good example of one. Here is a Drummer Boy bicentennial proof quarter. I think that this one it's definitely deep cameo. Or is it definitely? I would say it's deep cameo for sure. I think it's proof 69 deep cameo, and that's exactly what it is. So the deep cameo threshold is pretty tough to cross, but it gets a lot easier as the years goes on with minting proof coinage, because they just had their coins come out as deep cameo way more often than they did in the past. Like this one, I don't know if it looks quite as deep cameo. I would say that this one is more of like a proof 68 cameo, but maybe it would still be considered deep cam. Nope, I got it right. Awesome. So that one does not quite have, you can see the difference there. Like look at the clear, how frosty that one is, and then over here it really doesn't have that the same like popping white strike to the coin. After that, we've got this one. We'll see how that looks. Also doesn't look quite, I don't even know if that one's, I think that's probably still cameo. I would say like a proof 68 cam again. Yep. But just nowhere near the level of contrast on the deep cameo coin. So that's just a good lesson to, I'll kind of hammer home. You really need a shockingly good or shockingly, just frosty coin to get the deep cameo designation. Here's an example. I didn't look, but the grade is up there. But here, we won't be able to see. That one is a standing Liberty quarter. It's got the 3 stars, so it's a type 2. We'll see what the front looks like. 1929. Man, that is a nice looking coin. I would say, I'm trying to think, I don't really have too much experience grading these. I would say that this is just a mint state 65 because it just looks great. And I have a 63 in my collection, and it doesn't pop quite as much. 65 full head. Okay, that's also a great point. I'm not super sure, but I think that it's when there's full detail in Lady Liberty's, the Standing Liberty's head. It's easy. It's kind of like the same way that on dimes there can be full torch or full bands designations. Same deal here, but you want to look for the detail in the head. So that would probably command a premium over a just plain mint state 65 coin. I should have remembered that it could have had a designation. Another coin here. This one is an S mint Washington quarter, definitely silver. We'll see what the front looks like. Oh, 1932. So that's a key date. It's 1932D and 1932S are the real coins to look for anybody watching on this series. And this one's nice. There's a little bit of wear, certainly, or a little kind of scratch there. I'm going to say that this one's mint state 64. 62. Okay. Yeah, that's probably right. Maybe I just got too conditioned. That's my first bad miss of the day. But I think that's right. It doesn't really, really pop. It looks a little bit dull there, actually. So that's a very fair grade, in my opinion. Let's see. What's our next coin? We've got like 6 or 7 more. This one is going to be another one of the... We'll see if it has a full head. And maybe, reverse looks really nice. So does the front of the coin. Wow. Nice. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't really know the places to look for the wear, and I don't know. Let's see. I feel like the head looks full there. I'm gonna say that this is also a Mint State 65. I'm gonna say 64 full head. Whoa, I'm pumped. I got it right. Sweet. Maybe I'm getting better at grading than I think. I just felt like it didn't quite. Let's compare to the 65 full head, and it's not always a. I just felt like that. Like the coloring and the it just looks like a slightly nicer coin. This one, I don't know if it has like the pop or the wow to be a 65 candidate. Though I'm sure it could have gotten there, and it did have the full head, so I'm happy that I remembered to get that included. Here we have just looks like regular silver. Maybe it's an earlier date. Yeah, 1937, and that is really pretty. I can't tell if this is going to be like a 66 or if, the toning is kind of covering up some wear or something like that. I would say that this is Mint State 66. That's what I'm going to bet, and maybe look like a fool if it comes back 63. And it's a 66. So maybe I'm getting better at grading than I think I am, because I promised I haven't seen these in the past. I'm kind of patting myself on the back here. Though I think, some people complain that coins can get net graded, or if it's really eye appealing, they'll get more priced at the graders than their actual grade. But I just felt like it's so clean, you can't see any scratches, and the toning does add something to the coin. So that's how I kind of arrived at that. Now this one, check this out. That's a proof. I'm gonna zoom out because I saw this. It says 48.95. So I don't know if that's actually, but wow. Should get some better lighting here, but like, look at that rainbowy or I don't know, just the unbelievable contrast in the surface. I want to see what the front looks like. 1907 proof, and that shows that that's CAC proof barber quarter. That is a gorgeous coin. I'm gonna say that this one's like proof 65. I don't really know. It can probably be toned and then not like, doesn't mean that it's like a 67 or I'm going to say 65. Proof 67. Okay. Wow. So this really is a gorgeous coin. And you can tell that I really don't have much experience grading old proof stuff, but that is one of the coolest coins that I've seen. And I knew that there was a coin with a price tag of 4,900 in here. Didn't know which one. Check that out. And here's our next coin. Now we have 3 coins to go, including this one. Sorry for the little interruption, but it looks really nice. I mean, the back looks great. Definitely going to be a silver coin, 1935D. And just looking at the surfaces, I want to say that this is just either a 65 or a 66. I'm going to say 66 because I'm feeling, good about handing out some good grades to these coins. This one's from NGC, but I don't really see. I just think that it's like super blast white. Don't really see much wear. Maybe a couple nicks here and there, so I could see it being 65 too. What? 63? Okay. That was by far the most off that I've ever been on one of these videos so far. Bummer. So I was off by 3 grades because I think I did say 66. I just feel like that's a really good. Oh, I probably missed that. There's definitely a little bit of a. It's not like fully a wheel mark, but there's a scratch there. So always important to look, and there's a little bit of stuff on his cheek. You can always get more probably, critical of a coin once you realize that other people thought it was worse, but shows you that A, I'm not a great coin grader, and B, you got to be careful, when you're grading stuff yourself. This one is, a nice looking coin. It's got some luster there. Doesn't fully look, is that uncirculated? Man, this could be another opportunity for me to make a wildly bad grade. 1913, let's see if there's a mint mark. Doesn't look like it. A 1913 barber quarter. I'm going to say AU 58. And there I have it. I think that's now qualifies by just a disgustingly bad grade on my part, but I'm going to actually not. I was planning on editing that out, to be totally honest with you, but I'm not going to. So I think I jinxed myself when I said that I was grading well. I think that it was because the the lighting doesn't really have I'm looking at it not in person and instead through the camera and the way that the coin is toned. But there really wasn't anywhere that was obvious on the coin. I was just thinking that the luster had faded a lot. So there you have it. That one is a Mint State 64. And then the last coin here is, wow, that is pretty. Is that a, can't tell if that's a proof or not. 1884 seated quarter. I feel like that has to be a proof. Look at that blue toning. What a gorgeous find. I'm going to say proof 64, I think. But that's just some of the prettiest toning on a coin. Let's just do that with the back there. Wow. Let me see if I look at it. Yeah, I think that this is going to be proof 64. Let's see what they think. Yeah, and it is proof 64. Okay. So, a hitting the nail on the head after two of the worst misses ever seen, including me calling a Mint State 64 coin an AU58. But that's why we're here. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get better at grading, and I'm doing it along with you. So, hope that you enjoyed. I think that there were some really cool coins in this episode. These are pretty cool, but then I think by far the neatest one was this gorgeous 1907 CAC NGC Proof 67 1907 Barber dime. So thankful to Happy Coin for letting me do this, and I'll see you on some other guess the grade type videos in the future. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to subscribe to Treasure Town, as well as like and comment. Check out my other platforms like my website, treasuretownYT.com. Also some information if you're interested in supporting the channel. Then I also have an Instagram at TreasureTownYT, Twitter at TreasureTownYT, and Facebook Treasure Town. So maybe I'll see you on some of those other platforms, and have a great day.